Hey there, it's Tim, and I just got home. I spent the day up a couple hours north where I grew up. I am part of a alumni production, a musical theater review that we're doing this summer. A bunch of alumni from the drama department in my high school are going to put on a show, and I'm one of the co-directors. So I drove up for that today, and spent a long day in meetings, and then drove back down to Portland, and I wanted to take some time to film my Frugal Things video for you. I have 11 frugal things to share. Honestly, I was kind of worried about this video because I had a really rough week, and it just seemed like my frugal fails were adding up. But when I actually sat down and looked at them, I was able to, I was surprised to find that I actually had 6 frugal wins and 5 frugal fails. So the wins still outnumbered the fails, which was awesome. A kind of a nice turning point for the week. So I'll just jump right in and share with you the wins and fails. Right out the gate, I don't remember if I mentioned this in my last video, but this week I was cat sitting for a friend, and he paid me $50, and I stayed at his place and watched his cat. So that was nice, but I also took 3 Lyft rides to get to work because I was too lazy to take the time to figure out the bus thing that early in the morning from new surroundings. I usually catch the bus at 5:30 to start work at 6, and that's fine because I do it here and I know where it is. But in his neighborhood, I would have had to find the bus stop at 5 a.m. and be on a weird route that I'm not familiar with. And I just in the morning when I woke up, it always seemed like a better idea to hit snooze for 20 more minutes and pay for a Lyft. So I actually took the 3 Lyft rides, which totaled $38.51, and then I got paid $50. So and that was a frugal fail, so those kind of canceled each other out. He and I also went to dinner at Red Robin, and I spent like $12 there. So I really lost like $1 in this entire thing. We went to dinner so that I could give his key back and so he could pay me the $50. So it's a wash, whatever. He got to go on vacation, and it worked out. You're welcome. The next 2 frugal wins are that I got free pizza twice. So at work, I know I mentioned in my last video that we were having a work Pixar movie night this week. And on Thursday, our office department had pizza provided. So that was dinner for me. Frugal win there. And then today at the planning meeting, we had pizza too. So that was 2 pizza meals this week. Yay. Let's see. I use the Cash app on my phone, so it's like Venmo. Basically, people can give you money. It's attached to your bank account, so a lot of it's really easy at work. Like if I order lunch and pay with my card to have it delivered, and I get a coworker lunch, she can give me cash through the Cash app. And I had $18 sitting in there that I needed to redeem, which basically just means it takes it out of the app and puts it in my bank account. So it's not new money to me. It's money that I spent on food for a coworker, and they gave me the money back. I just never put it back in my account. So it's kind of like new money. I redeemed $18 though, so that was awesome. I also, at Red Robin, when we went to dinner on whatever day that was. What day was that? I don't know. This has been a long week. Whenever we went to Red Robin for dinner, I think it was yesterday, I mentioned that I spent $12, but that didn't include my burger because somehow I got a free burger. So either I had done the whole 9 burgers and the 10th one's free thing that Red Robin does with their rewards program, or she didn't charge me for it. I don't know, and I didn't ask. So I somehow didn't have a free burger. I either was a happy accident, or it was just my turn on my rewards to have a free burger. Either way, it was $9 less than I expected to pay, so that was good. And then finally, today, my mom paid for my ticket. We went and saw Boss Baby while I was in town. It is an adorable movie. You should see it. And there's a lot of laughter for the adults in the room, but it was just really cute, and I really liked it a lot. So my mom paid for my ticket, but she actually had a free Regal pass, so she only paid for one ticket, and I got in free. So that was a frugal win. Either way, I wasn't going to pay one way or the other, but it was nice. It worked out that she didn't have to pay either. So those are the wins. The fails, I already talked about my Lyft rides, so that's 1 or 3, but I'm going to round it down to 1. And then I talked about my last, I think 2 videos ago, I talked about keeping a $100 buffer in my account so that I never overdraft. I did not overdraft. Don't worry, we're good. I didn't overdraft. But I did spend the $100 on accident. So I need to be better about that, but I didn't overdraft, so baby steps, that's good. This time around, since I just got paid, I'm going to be more diligent about leaving that money alone and not thinking, oh, well, I get paid in 2 days, so I can start spending it now. That's not a good mentality to have. So I did do that this time, though. I had some food that I threw away. I had leftovers at work that I just never got around to eating. Finally, on Friday, yesterday, I just emptied it in the trash. So probably 2 meals and some snacks got tossed. And then I was sick this week, and I ended up missing a day of work, and then I went into work and left early after working for like an hour. So really I missed like 2 days of work, and I didn't have enough PTO for both of those. So I ended up using 4 unpaid hours, which means my check is going to be 4 hours less than I projected, but it's on the new pay period, so the check that I just got at the end of the month is fine. It's just going to be the next check will be a little short, so that's pretty rough. But I wasn't feeling well. And finally, what does that say? Oh, I was going to calculate this, but I didn't. So I rented a car to drive up to the meeting today, and if I rent a car in the city of Portland, there are additional taxes. I think it was like an additional, I want to say an additional $17 a day, but that might be wrong. But it's definitely a pretty big tax that if I just travel a few miles and rent the car in one of the suburbs of Portland, like Beaverton or Tigard or something, then I don't pay those same taxes. And when I rented the car yesterday, because I needed to be up there by 11 a.m. and it's a 2-hour drive, so I couldn't rent the car today because they weren't open in time. So I had to get the car yesterday, which means I paid for 2 days of a rental car. And the only time I could get it yesterday before the office closed was downtown Portland because I didn't have time to go anywhere else and get the car and then be where I needed to be. I was just very busy for the last 48 hours. So that convenience resulted in paying the additional Portland tax for the rental car. So I think that's an additional like $17 per day. So it's an additional $34. I might be rounding up though. Anyway, either way, it's a convenience thing that I'm paying for later. So those are my fails. It adds up, you guys. That's a lot of fails. But the wins were good, and it's a brand new week. So we get to start there. And I'm going to sign off and say have a good night. I'll talk to you next time.